Welcome to Power in Words, your sanctuary of inspiration and wellspring of positive energy, and the place where we turn the abstract concept of ambition into a roaring call to action. We believe that words are not just symbols, they are catalysts, shaping the very bedrock of our reality. Today, we delve into a quote from a man whose life is a testament to bold audacity, Elon Musk. When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. This is more than a statement. It is a philosophy, a psychological blueprint for world shapers, and a lifeline for anyone standing at the precipice of a monumental challenge. In the theater of human existence, we all, at some point, confront the shadow of doubt. We stand at the foot of a daunting mountain, be it a career change, a creative endeavor, a monumental financial goal, or a profound act of personal reinvention, and the sheer height of the climb paralyzes us. The odds appear on a celestial scoreboard, flashing an intimidating percentage of failure. We calculate the risk, measure the resources, and inevitably the cold hard logic of statistics suggests retreat. A brilliant novelist once wrote that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Musk's quote refines this. True courage is the triumph of significance over probability. It is the moment you declare that the meaning of the endeavor outweighs the likelihood of its success. Think for a moment of the weight of the word important. It is a deeply personal, fiercely subjective metric. It's not about what the market deems valuable or what society applauds. It's the whisper in your soul, the relentless thrum of a purpose that refuses to be ignored. For Musk, that importance manifested in multi-planetary life and sustainable energy, goals that, by all traditional metrics, were insane. For a single mother working 2 jobs to put herself through night school, the important thing is securing a better future for her children. The odds are stacked against her. Chronic fatigue, lack of time, financial stress. Yet she shows up for the 3 a.m. study session. Why? Because the importance of her children's future is an infinitely powerful magnetic pull, rendering the statistical unlikelihood of her success irrelevant. She is not driven by the hope of an easy win. She is driven by the intrinsic value of her purpose. This is the profound psychological pivot that the quote encourages, shifting your focus from the external difficulty of the task to the internal necessity of the goal. But that the very nature of this internal necessity is often challenged by our mind's tendency to fear the worst. The human mind is a masterful storyteller, and it often prefers tragedy or cautionary tales. When the odds are against us, our internal monologue focuses on the spectacular public nature of failure. We fear the critics, the I told you so's, and the quiet, humiliating retreat. This fear is a form of self-sabotage, a preemptive surrender. But the revolutionary idea embedded in Musk's statement is this. When the goal is truly important, failure is merely a data point, not a destination. It is a necessary friction, a signpost on a long, twisting road. Every inventor, every artist, every revolutionary who ever lived has been intimate with the sting of being told their dream was impossible. They didn't succeed because they magically avoided failure. They succeeded because they allowed the sheer weight of their importance to keep them moving through the failure. They understood that the deepest regret is not falling short after a brave attempt, but never daring to jump at all. The shadow of the unattempted goal is often heavier than the reality of the failed one. Consider the metaphor of the small boat against the monstrous wave. The odds of capsizing are high. The logical choice is to turn back to harbor. But if the boat carries the only antidote to a plague raging on a distant shore, the mission transcends self-preservation. The importance, the saving of countless lives demands the journey. The captain does not sail by probability, he or she sails by necessity. We must adopt this same mindset. We must ask ourselves, what plague is only I equipped to cure? What unique purpose resides within my own vessel? When we locate that transcendent purpose, our energy reserves become limitless. The obstacles that once appeared as insurmountable walls become merely high tides to be navigated. The fear of external judgment recedes in the face of internal conviction. This is the moment of true personal power. The great irony of impossible odds is that they are often the very crucible that forges exceptional individuals and breakthroughs. If the path were easy, everyone would walk it, and the achievement would be ordinary. The fact that the odds are not in your favor means that the eventual success will be wholly and uniquely yours. The struggle is the distinguishing signature of the masterpiece. Every great symphony was once a discordant mess of notes. Every magnificent sculpture began as a rugged, unyielding block of marble. It took the artist's conviction, their absolute certainty that the beauty they envisioned was important enough to chip away tirelessly, ignoring the unpromising look of the early stages. They were driven not by the odds of selling the piece, but by the imperative to create it. We, too, must treat our lives, our businesses, and our dreams as that rugged, unyielding block. We must allow the hammer of persistence, guided by the compass of importance, to bring forth the masterpiece hidden within. Moreover, embracing the impossible fundamentally changes our relationship with the concept of effort. When the odds are favorable, we coast. We rely on the system to carry us. But when they are stacked against us, we are forced to become masters of efficiency, innovation, and deep work. We are compelled to question every assumption to find the unconventional solution, to tap into reserves of ingenuity we never knew we possessed. This is the essential psychological benefit. The pursuit of the seemingly impossible is the most potent form of self-development. It doesn't just produce a result, it produces a better, more resilient you. The goal, in a way, is secondary to the profound transformation that occurs in the relentless pursuit of it. The person who emerges from the ordeal is the true reward. The life stories we read and admire, the entrepreneurs who started in garages, the artists who faced a decade of rejection, the scientists who defied established dogma, are all narratives united by this singular, stubborn refusal to acknowledge the finality of unfavorable odds. Their greatness was not a gift of destiny, it was a choice of importance. It was the decision to look at a 1% chance of success and declare, that is enough. A 1% chance, when acted upon with total conviction and unwavering effort, is not zero. It is a sliver of possibility, a toehold on the vertical cliff face of a dream. And sometimes that single toehold is all a truly determined person needs to climb to the summit. The statistics are a prediction based on the past. Your will is the engine of the future. Never allow a calculation based on what was to dictate what will be. So what is it for you? What is the challenge that feels too big, the dream that whispers impossible? Is it launching that nonprofit organization? Is it writing that first chapter? Is it learning that difficult skill? Is it simply finding the grace and strength to forgive yourself and start anew? Whatever it is, take a moment now, close your eyes and ask yourself, is this important enough? Let your answer resonate, not as a tentative hope, but as a solid, unshakable truth. If the answer is yes, then the odds, be they 1 in 10, 1 in 100, or 1 in 1,000,000, become irrelevant. They are merely background noise. The importance is the foreground music, the commanding rhythm to which you will march. Let the sheer, beautiful determination of your conviction be the force that bends reality to your will. Commit to the struggle, not for the glory it promises, but for the inherent integrity of pursuing what matters most to your soul. The world has always been changed by people who place the weight of their purpose above the burden of probability. Be one of them. The odds are simply a starting line for the truly committed soul. If this message resonated with the deep, powerful current of aspiration within you, if you felt a stirring to push past the statistics and claim your purpose, then we invite you to continue this journey of growth. Like and subscribe to Power in Words to keep the inspiration flowing and receive your regular dose of positive energy. We are here to help you turn words into action and dreams into your lived reality.